Give me a
Oh,
candy.
look at you. I wear my sunglasses at morning.
I wear my sunglasses at 4 a.m. like a fucking weirdo.
Welcome, everyone, to another edition of Pink Sock
welcome.
Reacts. I actually did the wrong logo, but whatever. Actually, no, it's Pink Sock Podcast today. Never mind. I'm all over the fucking place. I've got 3 episodes this week, so bear with me. Welcome to another edition of Pink Sock Podcast, where today we're going to be discussing horror movies. We were going to rank our favorites, but we're just going to talk horror movies. We're going to talk about some movies we've seen recently, good, bad, and ugly. Gorak. I just recently
Ugly. Yeah, the one that I watched fucking last week.
we can talk about
plenty of them horror films.
Which one did you see last week? You can go first, Gorak.
Oh, the movie I watched last week was Cocaine Bear.
Oh, I thought you said that was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one. Freaking Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey was a shit one. I'm sorry.
I thought you were going to talk about when you saw Megan recently.
Oh, Megan. Yeah, that was rubbish. Okay, so Megan, right?
Hi, Renee.
Hi, Renee.
Hi, Renee.
I kind of thought that with Megan, they definitely ripped off the Chucky storyline from the remake.
Yeah, because it's like a what is she, a malfunctioned AI doll or whatever.
That's it. They ripped that off big time, dude. Apart from the dance, but that dance looked really retarded.
Dance, dance, dance with my hands.
Yeah, like she did the whole shit and then did the whole thing, and I'm like, what is this fucking shit?
I've never seen the movie, so I can't really judge it.
Watch it. Just it's shit. Just download it, and then yeah.
You didn't hear that from here, folks.
No, I said it's shit and buy it.
It's shit. Go buy it now. It is worth buying. I watched a horror movie recently. It wasn't really a horror. It was a psychological thriller.
Yeah.
Ever watched the movie What Lies Beneath?
Oh, yes.
Heard of the name.
I've watched it.
It's a Harrison Ford movie and a Michelle Pfeiffer movie.
So you got Catwoman and
Han Solo. And they're sleeping together. So it's hot. It's hot. I was quite upset there was no like visual sex scenes. So I rate it 2 out of 10.
So it's not really a good movie then.
It had me laughing in the cinema when I watched it. When they're doing the seance in the bathroom, and then the door started opening, and they started screaming, and then the dog walked in. That was so funny.
Yeah, that was hilarious. The scene that made me laugh was I was being silly. I was hanging out with a friend of mine and Harrison Ford. I'm like, I want to see them two have sex. That was my whole reason of watching this movie. I wanted to see Michelle Pfeiffer. Didn't happen. Hi, Jackie. Thanks for joining.
Hi, Jackie.
Yeah, in the Catwoman outfit. Because it's PG-13, yeah. Carrington, you are correct. She's the one that had me watch it. It's a great movie though. Go check it out.
Yeah.
It should have been rated R because the scene they're about ready to have sex and their neighbors, you can hear them moaning really loud. And Harrison Ford goes to close the window, and Michelle Pfeiffer's character is like, no, let's try to outbeat them. So he opens up all the windows, and then the scene ends. I'm like, I want to see them outbeat them. God, Michelle Pfeiffer and Harrison Ford are hot. No, nothing weird. Just both attractive people. I want to see them make love.
Yeah. Well, it's like in Cocaine Bear. It's like stupid and funny at the same time.
Yeah.
But it's fucking great. But it's like a well done B graded horror film that kind of happened based on true events.
Well, if you like psychological thrillers, and I'm not going to spoil the movie at all. I'm not going to go into much of the plot points unless we do a reacts episode. Go watch this movie, What Lies Beneath, because it sorry, my phone's like boop, boop, boop.
I didn't send you messages. I am here, by the way.
I don't know why my phone is currently everything's off except for notifications. Like I turned all my noise off. When you turn your noise all the way down, notifications should stop, but they never do.
Yeah.
That's why I put my phone on vibrate.
Yeah.
I usually set my what is it? Your Silence It or whatever. I forget what it's called on my phone. It's not Renee. But what was I talking about? Oh yeah, What Lies Beneath is a great psychological thriller. It is an amazing movie. Go check it out if you haven't already. I forget what streaming app it's on. I think it's on Tubi.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I usually put it on, Carrington. I put it on Do Not Disturb, but I must have forgot today. That's a great psychological thriller. And speaking of psychological thrillers, what are your favorite psychological thriller films?
Mine?
Yeah.
Get Out would be one of them. Saw, the first Saw movie. I classified that one as a psychological thriller or horror movie.
It's a psychological slasher, I think.
Yeah, but it was more of a psychological like horror movie because like with the first Saw film, it didn't show you much of the torturing. Like it shows you a little bit of it, but it was just basically two guys locked in a room trying to escape.
Oh, okay. And by the way, Carrington said that movie was available on HBO Max. But the first Saw movie I watched, and that was the one that I really didn't have any problems watching because it wasn't as violent as the other ones.
Yeah.
Basically, the other Saw movies turned into glorified snuff porn.
Yeah.
Are we going to do a reacts for Scream? It has been
requested. I'm going on Wednesday. Going to advanced screening on Wednesday.
I plan on going and seeing it. I am a huge Scream fan.
My prediction is Gail Weathers will die next.
I am very iffy about this movie. I am excited, yet I am scared. Because as a Scream fan, this movie will either be a great Scream movie or it's going to be a steaming pile of garbage.
But Billy's dead.
Billy's dead.
He got shot. He fucking got stabbed multiple times and got shot in the head, for God's sake.
Well, yeah. I'm talking about Neve Campbell's disappearance from the movie. How are they going to play that into the movie?
Well, I read the plot and so Scream 6 is about like the remaining survivors move away from Woodsboro and start a new life in Manhattan. And apparently there's somebody trying to chase after him, or there's like a copycat killer in Manhattan. That's
So
like his Ghostface.
it's basically a combination of the ending of, I forget which Halloween movie, where it's a copycat killer. Or which movie was that where there's a copycat killer?
Halloween Ends?
Yeah. It's kind of like a mixture of Halloween Ends and Jason Takes Manhattan.
That wouldn't be so surprising.
It
better have a bear and cocaine in it. That'd be hilarious.
Isn't technically anything after, well, any of the Scream movies copycat killers? Because we never really see the original killer that killed Sydney's mom.
No, it was yeah. So whoever killed Sydney's mom, it was Cotton Weary. He was in the second and third film.
Yeah, but
he gets killed off in the third film.
Every killer though is a copycat.
Yeah, or it's either a copycat, it's either a family member, an ex-lover. So yeah, it's one of the three. But it always has to be somewhere in the family.
But it all goes back to Sydney Prescott. So how the hell are you going to have a movie without her?
Exactly. But she had her reasons, and she didn't like the script where they went. You know?
I heard a mixture. I don't know unless we interview her, so I'm not really going to say like what I think because I wasn't there. But from what I heard, is she was upset by the pay.
Yeah, they weren't paying her. Apparently, yeah, we had money issues, but then she didn't like the script and where it was going.
She didn't like that they were going to Manhattan. She's like, I saw what happened with Friday the 13th. I don't want any part of that.
Kind of just be in space.
Well, what's crazy about Scream is the movie in and of itself, every movie, including the first one, was literally mocking horror movies.
Yeah.
That's literally what they
Yeah.
did. They made fun of them.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, yeah, it was stabbed. I like how in Scream 5, how the killer was like, man, I've been watching all these stab movies, and the fifth one doesn't live up to the hype. And it's like with the metal mask with a flamethrower and shit.
yeah, they'll eventually do that with Scream. The chat is actually discussing right now, and I get what they're saying. The show didn't have Sydney in it.
No, it's a whole new thing.
I've never seen the show. I don't know if it has anything to do with the Prescott family, anything like that.
It's a whole new thing.
But what is it? Do you want to enlighten me? Because I'm not sure.
No, it's very, very similar from like the movie, but it's just like different characters, different name, same with the same, plot.
So like copycat killer, like following horror
Yeah.
movies. Does it follow Stab at least?
No.
Renee said that she really enjoyed seeing Billy's ghost, and I enjoyed that too. It was through like a schizophrenic vision.
One thing that doesn't make sense, Billy had a daughter
Yeah.
and he died in Scream 1.
He did die in Scream 1, and they never
And
really...
then it could be Sydney's
Ah,
long lost child.
okay.
It could be because them two were a
Yeah.
thing. And I think that's what they're kind of hinting at. And I think that's what they're going to do with this next movie before she quit.
Because in Scream 4 and 3, she has a brother that was the killer in Scream 3 and a sister in Scream 4. They don't really explain those ones.
Renee said that Billy's daughter was the killer. She was actually not the killer in the last Scream movie. She killed the killer.
Yeah. They
She-
gave away the killer in that one so easy.
Yeah, the killer was actually her friend, wasn't it?
Her boyfriend.
Oh, her boyfriend and her friend because they were together.
Yeah.
And she's like, the one thing you don't do is fuck with,
Remind of a serial killer.
yeah, a daughter.
But
of
it
a
doesn't
serial-
really make sense with the daughter thing because wasn't he like fucking 17 in the movie or something? Or act to be 17 in the movie, like in Scream 1?
Okay, we have some correction from the crowd. I really didn't watch the last movie other than once, so bear with me.
Oh, the
Roman,
niece. Sorry, yeah.
yeah, Roman was the brother. Jill isn't her sister; she's her niece.
Yeah.
So, but like Billy having a daughter, they don't really come out and say it. Do they come out and say that it's the daughter of Sydney?
Of Billy, you mean?
Yeah, they say it's like,
Yeah. Apparently, yeah.
I know they say it's his daughter, but they don't say who the mom is.
No.
Like that's where it gets confusing. I need to like rewatch Scream because they're my favorite movies, but my favorite one of all time is the first one.
I've not
Oh,
seen the
but-
TV show.
TV show is very teeny boppish.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Very fucking like the OC. Don't ask how I compared the OC because I've never watched an OC episode. I'm just saying.
Okay, according to Carrington, she's a huge Scream buff. Sam's mother was never shown in the movie. It was you just kind of had to hint at it.
Yeah.
So yeah, what is your favorite Scream movie, Greg?
The
Since we're
first
talking
one.
about the first. I think that's everyone. How about you, Naomi?
The first one, definitely. It's
They started to turn into like more of a comedy.
Yeah, it went all goofy with them. Like the second one was still leaning towards the first one, and the third and fourth one.
Yeah.
Like I like, Scream. If I had to go in order, it would have to be Scream 1, Scream 2, Scream 5, Scream 3, then Scream 4.
I really liked all of them because I'm like a comedy fan, but they did get really goofy. Like Jay and Silent Bob is introduced in what, the third or fourth one?
Oh, the third one. And
Yeah.
on the set of Stab. That was hilarious.
Yeah, like it gets silly, it gets ridiculous, but it still keeps the heart of a horror movie.
Yeah. That's true. It became more of a comedy horror a little bit.
I agree with this comment. The
The third
third
one was my
one,
favorite opening scene, but the
the opening,
opening
First
scene of the
one.
third one was pretty cool though.
yeah, it was a really good opening scene. Jackie says the first one and the last one are her two favorites, which I agree. The last one they did was more similar to a horror movie than a comedy horror.
Yeah. Well, Scream 1 was sort of based on what happened in real life, apparently.
That's what I heard.
Yep. The guy killed like 3 or 5 students in 2 days.
Mhm.
It's called the Grisville Ripper.
So, going to another horror movie series that I enjoy, or let's go to one that you enjoy, Gorak. Name your favorite horror movie of all time.
I remember watching Child's Play, one of the Child's Play movie when I was young, really young, at a friend's house, and the cover freaked me out. It was Chucky, and it had the Jack in the Box, and it had the scissor.
That was Child's Play 3, wasn't it?
That scared me. I think I was like 13, 14, 15 at the time.
That was Child's Play. Hold on. Somebody in the comments could help us out. I don't remember which Child's Play that was. That was the first Child's Play, I think. No, 2.
No.
That was the second Child's Play.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that creeped me out. But I like those movies are cheesy as shit too, because like it's just a mixture of horror and comedy at the same time.
Yeah. Child's Play 2 is really good in my opinion. Child's Play 3 is a little from what I remember. I'll have to rewatch it.
The first one's always gonna be my favorite. But...
First one's always my favorite. Okay, in my opinion, Child's Play 1 and 2 were really good.
Mm-hmm.
I did enjoy, and this is an unpopular opinion, but I did enjoy the direction they went with Seed of Chucky and Bride of Chucky. They went very funny with it, but it was still good.
Well, yeah. Well, Dama Sini said that he wanted to do the next Chucky movie different because he kind of felt like the last 4 Child's Play movies that they did was all the same. So he wanted to focus more on Chucky and do something different with it. And then, he met Tiffany and they tried having a kid and then came out with Glenda and all that shit. And I thought it was good.
Mm-hmm. So what
Very
they did,
smart,
they did Child's Play 1, 2, and 3. And like you said,
Bride of Chucky is my favorite too.
Bride of Chucky is such a good one. Seed of Chucky is good too because it covers social issues that weren't social issues at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've not seen Curse of Chucky all the way through. I cannot really judge that. I should because I do love the Child's Play TV series, and they kind of mention curse and cult. If I had to rank the ones I've seen, it would be Child's Play 1, and I'll have to rewatch them because maybe I'm wrong. Child's Play 1, 2. Actually, no. Child's Play 1, Bride of Chucky. 2. What was the other one? Seed of Chucky. And I'm not even going to mention the remake because that doesn't exist in my head anymore.
Oh, the original Megan movie.
The show is so amazing, guys. If you've not seen, and I can't wait for the new episodes to come out either, Renee.
The new seasons, yeah, same. That's gonna be good.
Oh my
I'm surprised that they renewed it to for season 3.
I'm not.
Whatever it is.
I heard it's doing really well.
Yeah. The Christmas episode in season 2 was good.
And I really love that they brought Glenn and Glenda back instead of ignoring them. Like, instead of avoiding they ever existed. Like, they're kind of trying to bring together all the movies. And
I did watch a movie called The Last House on the Left, like the remake.
I don't think I've seen that one. I'm kind of
That
slacking.
movie is fucked up, dude.
I'm kind of slacking when it comes to like horror movies, I guess, because I tend to just watch movies I've seen before as like comfort films. I need to watch newer ones or different ones.
Well, this movie came out in 2009. It's a reboot from the 1970 version, I think it was.
Wasn't that the year where like a lot of horror movies were doing remakes?
Yeah, in like the mid 2000s.
Yeah. They put them back in the doll, so it's going to be good. That is true.
But then Texas Chainsaw Massacre is always going to be a classic. They're OG and a reboot.
See, I have some people in the comments. I've said several times on the show and in life.
It is a brutal movie, man. Like that, the rape scene was hard to watch.
I am very weird when it comes to gore.
Yeah.
Some gore I can handle, some gore I can't. It just depends on the movie.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, House of a Thousand Corpses is a damn good movie. Devil's Rejects is a damn good movie. All of them are pretty freaking violent. House at the End of the Street.
I've heard of that one too.
Is that like a sequel to House on the Left? What the fuck?
Maybe.
House at the End of the Street. That actually sounds like a R.L. Stein book.
That does a Goosebumps book.
House at the End of the Street.
But like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is such an underrated movie.
Is that
it doesn't get all the love, man. It gets all the hate, but it doesn't get all the love.
Oh, it's its own thing, Jennifer Lawrence. I'll have to watch it. And guys, by the way, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're a new listener here. You can find that subscribe button down there. It's on the
Pumpkinhead. Yeah.
It's on the left or the right. I forget where. You can just click on it and like it. Never seen Pumpkinhead. Isn't that an older horror movie?
I've not seen
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I think in the 90s. Although I would like to see, I heard there's going to be an It TV series.
Oh shit! Really?
And I hope Pennywise looks like this.
What did they do? Come out fucking wearing a fucking cowboy hat and shit?
Yeah.
Howdy, partner.
Yeah. No, it would come out with a fucking sombrero. I got a burrito down here for you.
All right, I'm gonna make a couple announcements real quick.
Pennywise isn't Mexican.
He's not Mexican. He's Filipino.
Hey. Who ate you?
He's a Filipino Aussie, so he comes out of the storm drain. I got some shrimp on the bobbies down here. Would you?
That's yeah. I'm not gonna start with that.
Oculus is an excellent movie. See, I love doing these, like talking about horror movies things, because there's a lot of movies that I haven't seen.
Yeah,
So-
I'm finding out more movies as well I've not seen.
By the way, I would like to announce that tomorrow at noon Eastern Standard Time on YouTube, we're going to be premiering my discussion with legendary band Heavy Pettin.
That was a good one. That one.
That was a good one. You were there for that. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's when I asked him about the hair.
Yeah, me and Gorak talked with Hammy of Heavy Pettin. They're a damn good band, and we talked about Ozzy Osbourne a little bit because they toured with them.
Is that Nicky Six? Like pop it back up. Yeah, it's Nicky Six.
Maybe.
So
Good.
it's the Skid Row, Nicky Six, and Motley Crue supergroup.
No, it's not.
Oh.
But Heavy Pettin did announce that they are working on a new album. It's their first album since 1987.
And didn't one of the members just left?
No. What happened was, just go watch the interview. They don't have their full original lineup, but it is still Heavy Pettin.
Oh, okay.
It's mostly original. There's 3 originals and 2 new guys, from my understanding. Actually, no. I think there's 3 originals and 1 new guy. I'm not too sure. You'll have to watch the interview and find out.
Yeah, looks good.
I can't remember that interview.
I remember the interview. It's just we've done so much on this podcast that everything blends together. Also,
I only remember because I asked him about the hair shampoo, and then I was struggling with washing my hair.
yeah, because your scalp keeps getting dry.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of depressing.
Also, well, shit the bed. We're going to be talking about House of a Thousand Corpses.
Hey, I have that mask.
I know you do. You want to go get it?
No, it's in the other room, and I can't be bothered getting out of my state, and my back's hurting me.
I just watched the movie again. I love that movie. House of a Thousand Corpses. There's not enough that can be said, and it will be said on that podcast because.
If Kanye West made a horror movie, it'd be A House or 1,000 Fish Fingers.
No, it'd be House of a Thousand Racist Comments.
Yeah.
That dude is off the wall. But anyway, let's get back.
Hey, do you like some fish fingers? Yeah.
Renee, you need to watch 3 from Hell by the Wednesday 3 weeks from now because we are going to be reviewing 3 from Hell.
Yes.
We're going to be doing all Rob Zombie films.
Okay, people really need to stop shitting on A House of 1,000 Corpses because guess what? He's got his own fucking figurines now. So shut up, people.
I will say though, I have watched the series, not all of them, but like I watched Devil's Rejects with people that said they didn't like House of a Thousand Corpses, and a lot of people prefer Devil's Rejects.
Yeah, but it's his first film. He even admitted it's his first film. He doesn't know what's going on. It's all chaotic. And he got fucked over so many times in that movie too.
I didn't say anything bad about it. It's just not my favorite. I mean,
That's still bad.
Watch Devil's Rejects. He improved a lot with Devil's Rejects, I think.
Yeah, because it was his second film. You learned from your first film.
Yeah. Wasn't his first few films House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects, and then he went on and did like 31 and Lords of Salem and stuff?
Yeah. I think Lords of Salem. No, it was a cartoon movie that he did.
El Bisto.
Yeah. And then it was 31. 31 was more of a psychological horror. That movie was weird.
Didn't Lords of Salem come out before 31?
Yeah, Lords of Salem and 31. 31 was like that movie that got delayed.
Yeah, 31, and then 3 from Hell, and then the Munsters. We already reviewed that, so we're not going to do another reacts for that. What the game plan is for the next month or so, every Wednesday at noon, we're going to be discussing a different Rob Zombie film. And then when we're done with all of his movies, not doing the ones we've already done, we are going to rank them from best to worst or worst to best.
I already got my ranks. It's easy.
Also, I'm going to have to listen to some music this week because I got to get caught up on my Ozzy Osbourne albums. Because
that's gonna fucking take me fucking forever.
You haven't heard them in a while?
No, because like Ozzy's released like 50 albums.
Better get started listening now.
Just listen to the ones you haven't heard yet.
That's half of the albums.
Ozzy hasn't released that many albums, Greg. He hasn't released as many albums as Alice Cooper. You want to do an Alice Cooper ranking?
Oh, that's easy.
Because you've heard them all.
Yeah, of course. I'll just get my dad's collection, and then I'll just do the ordering, and then boom.
Bro, Ozzy's not that bad of a list, though. You have Blizzard of Oz, Diary of a Madman, Bark at the Moon, The Ultimate Sin, No Rest for the Wicked, No More Tears, Osmosis, Down to Earth, Undercover, which we don't even have to do that one. That one's a covers album.
Oh, okay.
Black Rain, Scream, Ordinary Man, and Patient Number 9. Including the covers album, he only has 13 albums.
It's a lot of albums.
Especially for a man that's going through what he's going through. And he's releasing a new album next year, so we're going to have to do a whole nother reacts.
Right.
So that means I have to redo my ranking again.
But we're doing this because Ozzy announced his retirement from touring. Now, the Ozzy episode is going to be hard for you because you have to go and listen to all them again. This one's going to be kind of complicated for me because I haven't heard all these albums. We are also going to be doing, let me get all the flyers up here, and then we can get back to horror movie
We're
discussion.
doing the Black Sabbath one as well.
Yes, next Monday we're going to be doing, and I don't want to get you guys too clustered and flustered because we do have 3 episodes of Pink Sock next week too. We're going to be premiering an interview on Tuesday at noon Eastern Standard Time and going to be doing a reacts. Next week we're going to be reacting to Devil's Rejects. Our interview with Chiadura, I think is how you pronounce it, is going to be premiering Tuesday. And then, of course, next Monday, we're going to be doing the Ozzy Osbourne ranking. But what's going to be kind of complex for me is we're going to be doing every single Black Sabbath album rank.
Oh, that's easy too.
It's easy, but for me, I haven't listened, and I'm going to be brutally honest, all the way through. I have not listened all the way through on Technical Ecstasy. I have not listened to Never Say Die all the way through.
Never Say Die is a great album.
I don't think I've heard which one is it? The one that wasn't a Black Sabbath album, Rising Star or whatever it was.
Anything to do with just Tony Iommi.
Yeah. I haven't listened to the album after it's Seventh Star, I think is what it's called. The one after Born Again. I haven't listened to. Yeah, there's a lot of albums I really haven't heard all the way through, so I'm just gonna have to get retouched up on that.
I've listened to all of them because I did it for fucking Death Comes Lifting one time.
See, I don't want to listen to just the good music, Renee, because my taste of music is kind of different over time, and I don't want to not give the albums a correct listen. So I'm probably just gonna have to annoy my coworkers at work and listen to fucking some Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath.
Yeah. Hey,
are they not fans?
Hey. Oh no, they are. It's just the only thing I'm going to be listening to for the next few weeks.
Yeah.
On repeat.
On repeat.
Sounds good.
Shit!
I'll be
I'm glad I'm not working with you.
Well, it's not the same songs. I'm going to be listening to the albums.
Like, listen to every song twice.
Be like, oh, I do like that song.
Wait, I missed the like satanic message. Hang on, put it back. No.
My taste is different in general. You are correct. But with Ozzy Osbourne, I also want to do not just an albums ranking. I am going to go over each album and a little bit of facts about them. And I would also like for me and you and Noami, if Naomi's available, to also mention who our favorite Ozzy Osbourne lineup was.
Easy.
And the same with Black Sabbath.
That's easy too.
It is, and I think everybody already knows what lineup we're going to choose.
Yep.
But let's get back to the topic.
The
Wiggles. I think the Wiggles should help with Ozzy's next album. But But guys,
fruit salad.
What is your favorite? Trying to think of a different slasher film. I know we said favorite horror film.
Slasher film, Terrifier 2.
Well, how about yours, Noami?
But recently with Terrifier 2, though.
I don't know. I've not watched one in a while, the slasher films. I have watched a really good horror film recently, but I won't call it a slasher film.
What is it?
I watched one about 2 weeks ago with my daughter. It's a Japanese horror film called Remember, and it's on Netflix. And that's really good, and it's got a very good twist at the end as well. But I won't tell you, I won't give away what that is because it'll spoil it for anybody watching it. But yeah.
The thing about Japanese horror movies, man, they take it to the next level.
Oh, they do, yes. Yeah. You just know it's going to be the next level stuff. Yeah, watching it, it's like
crazy.
I'm traumatized now. But yeah, it's about 6 students, and they become like body searchers. So when they're asleep every night, they've got to go and search for the body parts of somebody who's died and put the body back together in the coffin. And until they put the whole body back together, they relive in the same day again and again. And every night they have the dream, and they've got to, and then the ghost of the dead person's after them, and they get killed in the dream, and then they come back to life again when they wake up.
That's fucking brutal.
Yeah.
The thing about psychological
But it was
thrillers,
good.
the thing with psychological thrillers, though, is you can't really explain what the movie's about without giving away shit.
Yeah. Well, that's just the general plot that it gives on the Netflix description. But I won't give any more away about that because it'll spoil it to anybody wanting to watch it.
I saw a horror movie many, many years ago. I can't remember much details about it, but it's called Fear.com. And I kind of want to revisit that movie in the near future just to see if it's good. But from my remembrance of the movie, Jason is a great slasher, by the way. My favorite slasher, before we get too far in and not mention it, my favorite slasher of all time is probably Scream or Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scream.
I'll do that too. But
Scream.
Terrified too, because it was one of the best slasher movies that came out last year that actually did well in the box office.
Now, this movie that I'm mentioning, Fear.com, and I would love for us to review it eventually. It follows a detective in New York City who is investigating a series of mysterious deaths connected to a disturbing website. So there's this disturbing website that has disturbing images and shit, and he has to try to solve this crime based on the website, is from my understanding.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
It is considered I think it's a psychological thriller.
Yeah.
But they just call it a horror film, so maybe that's it. It didn't do very well rating-wise at all.
So I really like the psychological thrillers type horror films.
Yeah, so the first Paranormal Activity was good.
No,
that freaked me out.
Here's the negative. This movie got a really bad rating. Now, it's never stopped us before for reviewing it. The movie is one of 22 films that received an F rating by audiences on CinemaScore. It grossed only $18.9 million out of a $40 million budget.
Oh, damn.
It was a commercial failure, but I'll still watch it.
If there's one horror movie that you want to see a reboot, what would it be?
A remake of?
Yeah.
I would love to see a remake of... I've not seen the original, but I would love to see a remake of The Tingler.
Okay.
The Tingler... I've seen documentaries about horrible, good horror movies or whatever. It's a Vincent Price movie.
Yeah.
And it's about these creatures. They kind of look like millipedes, kind of. But it has a great concept from what I've seen. But they didn't have the effects back in the 40s or 50s to do it. So you can see the strings attached to them and shit.
Yeah. I like to see them do Halloween Ends.
Just redo it. Redo the whole fucking movie.
There was a petition going around for that too, because people weren't happy.
I want to see them. So sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, because they said there was going to be a 4-year time gap, but it didn't make any sense. And if you got to call it Halloween Ends, call it fucking Halloween Ends with fucking Laurie and Michael having fights and shit, and you know what I mean.
I heard that they weren't even hardly in it.
Not till the last 20 minutes of the movie for both of them.
What the hell? You have a Michael Myers movie, but he ain't even in it?
To me, it was like a rip-off of Season of the Witch, Halloween 4, and the first one a little bit.
I would love. Speaking of remakes, I want to see them remake movies. Have a great day, Jackie.
Hi,
Say,
Jackie. Have a
Jackie.
nice day.
Have a lovely rest of your day, dear. I would love to see them remake horror movies that they just didn't have the budget to like, or the technology to make the idea as good.
I don't
Yeah.
think no one. I don't think no one would ever reboot Rob Zombie's movies.
Rob Zombie would.
He'll reboot his own movies.
Could you imagine Rob Zombie rebooting like fucking Devil's Rejects or House of a Thousand Corpse? Who would you cast as Captain Spaulding though? Gorak. Gorak, you're gonna get a phone
Yeah.
call.
That's shit. That's a good one.
No, you'd get a phone call, Gorak. You have to get into character though.
Yeah. Hi, folks. Do you like shrimp on the Barbie?
That'd be fucking hilarious. You're running a little shrimp
Fruity
shop.
fucking fruity cunts.
Bro, like only in Australia can you get away with your language.
Yeah. And you'll see me like, yeah, like but then like Captain Spaulding's meant to be fat, but I'd be like all shredded on steroids and shit.
Yeah, it'd be a different Spaulding.
Yeah.
He's in better shape because he eats shrimp and not fucking fried chicken.
Hey.
You like fried chicken too, Greg?
Fucking A, I do.
Everyone does. Everyone.
Apart from vegans, but yeah.
Well, I've been kind of trying to stay away from. I don't fry my chicken. Hate me all you want. I air fry it
I did too.
because it's healthier
fry
for
it.
you.
Anyway.
It's healthier
Yeah,
for
the air fryer is good. Oh, dude, the Attack of the Killer air fryer will be good horror movie.
Bro, I want to see them remake
That would.
I want to see them remake Attack of the Killer Tomatoes with CGI.
Oh no, they have to wear costumes.
They used to have a cartoon of that years ago.
They have
Oh, really?
They have Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, and then they have Return of the Killer Tomatoes, which is a sequel that I can't really find anywhere, at least not last time I looked. And then they, as you said, they had a TV show.
Yeah.
I actually saw a horror movie, kind of. I fell asleep during it, called The Killer Eye.
I seen Attack of the Killer Condom.
Is that a good one?
Yeah, it's a Japanese film.
Of course it is.
Yeah. I'll see if I can find a picture of it.
But yeah, those movies that like they make in Asian countries are wild.
Yeah.
Like for instance, Ring, The Grudge.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
the
they're-
ring was called something else, wasn't it?
I do believe so. It's a I don't know what nationality the original The Ring was. Japanese. It's a Japanese horror media franchise. The original film The Ring was based on it's came out in 1998. It was based on the 1991 novel.
Yeah.
Um,
I found it. Give me a second.
it was called The Ring.
Yeah, but wasn't it called One?
I think that's what ring in Japanese is.
Yeah.
Ringu. It was called Ringu. I think that's how you pronounce that. I'm not Japanese. I have no idea.
There you go.
Killer Condom.
Killer Condom.
Yeah.
Where'd you find that out at?
I remember when I was younger, on TV, one of the channels, they would have like late night movies, like late night movies. I couldn't sleep and I was flicking through, and this movie came up. And I watched a little bit, and I'm like, this movie is stupid.
So, Killer Condom.
Yeah, Attack of the Killer Condoms.
Oh, it's Attack of the Killer Condoms. There's one from 96 that I found.
Okay.
What line did they use in that? They're coming.
Look at that.
They're coming.
That's just messed up shit.
Yeah, that is.
It's a sequel to Romeo and Juliet. Okay, there's a horror movie. There's a horror movie called Romeo and Juliet. I've not watched it yet.
I've not heard of that one.
The video that I saw of this is just bizarre. Let's see if I can find that video because it is freaking wild. This dude has a monster dick. I don't know if that's the whole sequence of the movie or what. YouTube thought that I would enjoy knowing that I am live right now. But this dude, I can't find the video. It's traumatizing. It's of this alien dick or whatever, and it goes after this woman. I don't know. It's a weird video of like, it's like a 2-minute video, and I don't really want to watch the whole movie, but I guess I will. Greg, you want to watch Romeo and Juliet?
Is it a porno?
I hope.
Or a horror porno.
A horror
porno. That's X right there. The movie X is a horror porno.
That is a great film.
That is a fucking amazing film. Monster Dick, you're welcome.
I've not
Monster Dick versus King Kong and Godzilla.
Monster Dick? Why are we talking about Tommy Lee again?
He's fighting Godzilla in the next movie.
Is he Tromeo?
He's Tromeo. Oh, here we go. I found it. Dude, I don't know if we're going to get in trouble for copyright, but I highly doubt it. So I'm going to try to show this to the class. I'm just going to show like a small piece of it, though. Just a little piece of his dick.
Just the tip?
Just the tip. Here we go.
Just the nose.
Just the nose.
That's the tip, isn't it?
Yeah, just the tip, just the nose. Hold on, folks. Where's it at?
I'm just gonna open up my door. It's very stuffy.
All right, let's watch this together with the class.
Why are we watching porn?
Just normal, and then just.
What the fuck?
But yeah, that's just your.
Is that Freddy Krueger? I'm pretty
It's
sure.
like a porno version of Aliens.
I'm pretty sure I saw this on Dream Warriors.
That's Freddy Krueger, bro.
That is Freddy. That Freddy Krueger made a porno.
Dude, I'd watch it. There was another movie I watched. I forget what the name of it was. Darkness Falls, I think was the name of it. Ever see that movie?
No.
Darkness Falls. Yes, that's what it's called. It is actually a horror movie about the Tooth Fairy.
Oh, nice.
I do believe is. Hold on. Yeah. It's about this kind of tooth fairy creature. It's hard to explain without it sounding ridiculous, but it really is a great movie that came out in 2003. It's about this kid that lost his tooth or whatever, and this spirit came into the house. I'm trying not to give away too much of the story plot. But the spirit came in the house. He saw the spirit. Now the spirit's trying to kill him if he goes into darkness. But for some reason, the spirit's not after anybody else but him and another guy.
Yeah.
And it's a great movie.
That's pretty cool. I like the movie Us, the second movie by Jordan Peele.
Oh, I need to watch more Jordan Peele films, brother.
He only made 3 or 4 films.
Because the only one I really saw, I think, was what's it called? Nope.
Or Nope.
Nope.
Nope was good too. Nope was weird, but like, he made the alien invasion movie different, and that's what I liked about it. Original. I like how you see all the bodies get stuck in there.
Yeah, and you hear the screaming.
But Us is pretty good. Us tripped me out because it's about like this family going on a like in a holiday home, and then like they see these people that look like them
Mm-hmm.
and shit. So there's like a double version of everybody. It's fucking weird. Yeah,
It's kind of like
great
Coraline.
movie. What's that?
It's kind of like Coraline.
Oh really? I never.
Oh, I watched that the other week. It's brilliant. It's Coraline.
You have to watch it. It's a Tim Burton movie.
Oh, it's brilliant.
It's basically, I haven't seen it in years, so
I haven't.
correct me if I'm wrong, but like it's about this girl Coraline who ends up going to an alternate dimension where they try to sew buttons onto her eyes.
That's right. Shit. And they tempt her with lovely food and fun things and that,
It's a very creepy Tim Burton film.
Very, yeah.
Something that really confused me, though, that I noticed recently. I've not watched all of Wednesday, but Tim Burton's wife isn't in it. And that's really weird. That's the first thing that Tim Burton's ever released without his wife in it, other than like animated movies.
Yeah, that's true.
The book Coraline was supposedly creepier. I'll have to check it out. I don't read much. But I have to start because there's a lot of like things I've been told. Like if you watch Harry Potter, you got to read the books. If you do this, you should read the book because there's more stuff in it. I'm getting the audio.
Books are usually better. Yeah, they've got more in.
Now, it's a Tim Burton movie or show when Danny Elfman does the music.
Yeah.
Because he did do the music. What were you saying about the book, Noami? I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
The books always have more in than the films, like Harry Potter. I've not read Coraline yet, and I read more books. Probably I read more books than I watch films.
Well, I feel bad because anytime I watch movies like Harry Potter or anything left, like Lord of the Rings or whatever's based on a book, I feel so bad because unlike Star Wars, I don't really have to ask any questions because like the movie covers it. In the Harry Potter books, they leave a lot of things unanswered that the books answer.
Yes. Yeah.
And they don't explain things in the movies.
No, I think because there isn't time in the film.
I get it, but I also don't because you had fucking Titanic was 5 days long. You watch that boat sink for half the goddamn movie.
I do think with the Harry Potter films, though, I think they did extend like a lot of fight scenes more than what they should have done. When I do think that they could have put more information in from the books.
There's characters.
And taken out some of the reduce the fight scenes a bit.
And like Carrington said, the Harry Potter movies left so much out from books because like a lot of the books leave out important characters. The movies do.
They always do that.
The movies do, yeah.
I've been reading bits of the It book, and it's very, very, very close to the movie.
The remake or the Tim Burton movie, or both?
Well, Tim Burton did the original It.
I meant Tim Curry. Sorry, Tim Curry.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tim Burton doing Pennywise would be really weird.
That would be
like
fucking
really awesome. It would be like Willy Wonka in a chocolate factory.
So, which one are you referring to that's similar to the book?
The remake.
Is like It mentioned? Like, is there anything left out of the movie of It that's in the book?
I'm only halfway through it because it's a big ass book. It's like,
isn't the It book like cut into different like parts as well?
Yeah,
like there's
it's
like
really fucked up though. Like there's some really fucked up shit in that book.
Like what people don't realize is when they came out with It Chapter 2, there is an It sequel in the book. From my understanding, there's several sequels to It.
I'm really looking forward to this TV show. Shit, I forget what it was called, but it should be good. But another good horror movie that I really ranked, as well. That's part of like my top 5 horror movies though from last year. That I thought was good was Smile.
I've not seen Small, but I've heard a lot of good things about it, and their marketing
Holy
campaign was
shit! That
brilliant.
movie was. The opening scene is nuts.
Is that a horror movie? Psychological? Like, what is it?
It's a horror movie. Barbarian is more of a psychological horror because there's two different parts to it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the Barbarian is really good. It's on Disney Plus.
I'll have to check that one out. But hey, Gorak, is there any horror movies that you saw recently that you would like to recommend to everyone before we wrap this?
Recently, yeah, Cocaine Bear.
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just kidding. I'm just kidding. That was a good one, though. But
That was a lie. It was decent. It would have been better if, like, I hope Jason pops up in the sequel.
I hope the sequel's good. I hope they have more of a budget. I heard they might be working with more money, so that'd be good.
Cool.
Yeah. But yeah, What Lies Beneath, as I mentioned earlier, is probably one of the better, more recent films I've watched. How about you, Noami?
Oh, and Remember, that was really good. I recommend that, definitely. And Coraline again. If you've not watched it in a while.
I have to rewatch it.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
one more thing, another good movie you should watch. It's a psychological thriller horror. It's called Split.
What's that about?
It's about a guy that kidnaps 3 teenage girls from a car parking lot when they went out shopping with her friend's dad. The dad gets knocked out. Then he maces like the 3 teenage girls in the car and like kidnaps them, and then like takes them back to his basement. So it's kind of like the Black Phone.
Oh,
But like the guy has split personalities. It's really fucked up.
that sounds fucked up, dude.
Yeah, sounds
It's
interesting.
a really good movie. I watched it like a couple of years ago, but it's like really fucked up, really weird. But the guy who played the killer in that movie, man, was pretty cool.
Highly do not recommend Tentacles.
Is it shit?
Is that a hentai? Is that like a Japanese porno?
It was
'Cause
testicles, yeah.
No, I'm not like, I don't actively look for it, but I know in I think it's Japanese porn, and some of them, not all. I'm not going to call them out as a whole, but there is porn that has tentacles, where women get like, yeah.
I don't want to know.
It's
Although there is a movie, and I'm not kidding you, I've looked it up on Plex. It came up on my TV. Shark Side of the Moon.
what?
Yeah, Shark Side of the Moon.
Is it like moon sharks?
I
Shark
think so.
Side of the Moon.
Yeah, it's like a rip-off of the Pink Floyd album.
Yeah.
What's it about? These guys go to the moon and find an ocean and they fucking get killed? Like,
No, I'm pretty sure it's about a shark in space.
why not? Let's watch it.
Sounds like somebody had a good imagination who came up with that.
A 12-year-old kid.
I'm intrigued now.
Well, like Sharknado. I got an award for like really bad horror movie. But like they made like what, 6 sequels?
Yep, and also they have a Clownado movie. Or Clown Tornado or whatever. It's not the same creator, but it's about these clowns that control tornadoes.
I want to see Meth Alligator though.
Meth Alligator. That's coming out.
Yep. Apparently it's being announced since the success box office opening of Cocaine Bear. They're going to do more of these movies. And there's one going to be about an alligator or meth.
Isn't Cocaine Bear, though, based on true events?
Yeah. But apparently the bear dies in real life.
Oh, shit.
Because of all the coke in that like been taken. I thought it was a great. Go and watch it, man. The opening scene in that movie. So the opening scene is like the drug dealer in the plane, and the plane's about to crash, and it was throwing out all the cocaine and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then like you just see this fucking bear just walking in woods and just like looks at it and just starts eating it. And I like the scene in like the opening scene. The two tourists, they were out bushwalking, and the dude's girlfriend was like, "Is that a bear? What's wrong with it?" And the boyfriend's like, "I don't know. I think it's demented." And it was like all like coked out and shit, and like hugging the tree and stuff like that.
So
And the bear saw them and was like, "Whatever you do, don't run." And then it was coming towards him and just like kills the fucking girlfriend and shit. Rips her
so is
apart.
Cocaine Bear a comedy or an actual horror?
I reckon it's a comedy horror. Because
Have
it's like
you-
a lot of goofy, cheesy jokes.
We have a question from the chat. Have you seen The Ruins? I personally have not.
What is it?
The
No, I've
Ruins.
not seen that.
No.
I've not either. We'd have to watch it. But back on Cocaine Bear. I have some questions, and what made the bear want to do coke?
They just found it in the woods.
Like, is Yogi Bear on hard times? Is that what happened to that childhood story?
it was just, no, like, he just found it in the woods, and they just picked it up and fucking ate it.
What the hell? Like, I'm just trying to understand.
This is before. This is like maybe before when you can experiment in animals with that shit.
No, like when I first heard Cocaine Bear, I thought it was like the sequel to like Smokey the Bear or something. Like he's on hard times.
No, it's just about a bear that just in the woods and just found cocaine. He fucking eats it.
Could you imagine? They should have used the line, "I won't start a forest fire."
Yeah. And there's some really cool scenes in that movie, like I think it's the one of the rangers opens up the fucking door. There's this bear just sitting there. And he goes, "Oh my god, it's a bear!" And just rips his head off.
Damn, that's pretty violent.
Like it's like very cheesy. It
Yeah.
kind of reminds me of Cabin Fever meets Evil Dead.
I love cheesy horror movies though.
But it was
Yeah.
well done, and like the baby carbs
Mm-hmm.
in the movie, they're all like taking coke.
So, guys, any other movies you would like to discuss or go through before we end this live?
No, but I probably recommend people to watch Get Out by Jordan Peele.
Okay.
Good movie.
We will see you guys again tomorrow. It's a pre-recorded episode. We have Heavy Pettin. They were amazing. Well, it was just Hammy, but it was amazing chatting with him, and I can't wait to have him back on. And then we're going to be reviewing House of a Thousand Corpses on Wednesday, and then we will announce what we're doing all next week. I hope everyone has an amazing rest of their day. And if we did not mention any of the horror movies you enjoy, or if you have any recommendations, leave a comment below. And make sure you hit that subscribe button. Love you all. And as always,
Let's play a game.
Live long, rock hard.
Live long, rock hard, and time to play a game. I don't know what you were doing there. I thought you were doing like Triple H's entrance.
No, I saw.
But no, the way that you did it, you're like, I thought you were singing some Lemmy.
And Jigsaw is not a serial killer, just to make it clear. Anyway, good day.
They kill themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Love
He
you.
kidnaps fucking people that do bad things and
Yeah.
shit. Anyway,
As always,
So-
live long,
Movie.
rock hard. I love you all.
it's a PJ movie. So I saw it twice.